we'd like to sincerely thank our Patreon supporters.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Kagan and I are getting a little concerned about Bubba. Bubba has started to eat a little lighter in the beginning, and now he's actually refused 2 whole meals.
The last couple meals.
So, and you guys know that's not his personality. He is usually a very eager eater, and what he'll do, he's been coming out to smell stuff and then stopping. I'm not gonna hold it for you. Maybe I will. So, I mean, that's actually a good sign, but that doesn't mean he's gonna eat it. Let's see what happens. He still has really good weight on him, and I myself have caught him when I go to feed him, kind of elevating his rump, like he wants to poop. We know he's got something going on in his hips, and maybe he's a little backed up. From the beginning, Bubba has rarely gone in his water. So every time, like, we do a water change for the other monitors, their water is horrible. In a day, their water looks horrible. Bubba's water always looks pristine. Maybe a little algae growth on the bottom or something like that. At the height of him gaining weight and eating well, I've seen him climb up into the water and drink. But the other 90% of the time, he drinks when we flip this over and clean it off the ground. So maybe because of his hip, he has an issue with climbing. I don't know why he can't climb in this, because he climbs up to his shelf no problem. So that's actually a little odd, but for whatever reason, I think our next appropriate step is to give Bubba a good soak. So we're gonna go get one of our 150-gallon Rubbermaid containers. We'll put Bubba in there with the lid on and give him like a 2-hour soak. It is hot as can be. I mean, it looks like I jumped into the swimming pool with my shirt on. It's so humid right now. And it's a good sign that he ate, but we're gonna pick him up and get him into the water. I think we need to get the tub set up first though. So the unfortunate first step of getting this container out is going to be battling the wasps. And I can already see a wasp standing guard right there, standing guard right there. They are going into the drain and building nests underneath. There's gonna be wasps all over this guy. So we're not gonna film me screaming like a banshee, running and swatting wasps. I'm gonna put the camera down and we're gonna have to lift this container straight up, quickly flop it onto the ground and run like hell. Well, that got a lot more exciting than we planned. There was all sorts of wasps underneath that. In fact, there's one of the nests, another nest, that one's full of larvae right there. 3, 4, in fact, there's one of the wasps. Could have been the one that got you. So Kagan got stung and she realized that she didn't have her EpiPen here. So she had to rush out and get Benadryl. I was rushing with her to drive her, and then somebody came that was gonna film at the house today, and she's like, it's only 10 minutes away, I'll be fine. So she's a little sleepy on a whole bunch of Benadryl. I cannot believe we've actually made it this long without getting stung. There are so many wasps on the property. So I'm thinking we'll just set the soaking tub up over here. I do need to rinse the wasp spray off very, very well. Obviously we want him to soak, but also drink a lot of water. I may even get some sort of a soap to counteract that. I'm gonna have to put the camera down to lift this with 2 arms, because this is my arm that I feel like I tore a tendon in. So it's getting better, but it's still very tender. Okay, I gave it a good hose off, and you could see the sheen, the chemical sheen from that stuff. So I am letting this rinse it out and circulate it. I may take like some mild cleaner like 409 or something like that I would use on my kitchen counters and give it a little scrub. I know I sprayed in that vicinity, and I'll give it a little scrub over there, but I can still see that there's chemical in there, so gonna make sure that it's safe before we give Bubba a soak. Coincidentally, at the same time, I believe, and I was wrong the last time I said this on video, so maybe I shouldn't even say it, but I believe that Sapphire laid. Maybe she didn't. Now she's sticking her head in her lay box again, but she just came out and ate a whole mess of eggs for me, and she has been glued to that lay box, covered in dirt and everything. She's about to walk back into it, but see, the fact that she's coming out, if I could see her out and not digging, I'm gonna say she's done. She's got definitely a nice wrinkle down her side. The fact that she's climbing up, you can see her hips. I think she's done. And if we can get her to go into her hide box, we'll block her in and go ahead and dig up her lay box and see if we can't find eggs. She's definitely alert and hungry. She is eyeballing me like, do you have more eggs for me to eat? So we'll see. Maybe that'll happen in this video. That would be amazing to get good eggs from her. So now I'm confident that it's clean enough. I'm gonna go ahead, put a little scrap piece of pond liner there and a little paver to hold it down over the drain. Doesn't matter if it seeps out. We'll let it fill up to about this level. And I know Kagan is checking in on Bubba right now. I may run and get the drill so we can block Sapphire in. If she did indeed lay, we will see. Okay, I think we have the water level almost to where it needs to be. But I got it set up with that other hose where it's just slowly filling like a tub. Come on, Bubba, let's go have a soak, Bubby. Come on, old man. It's spa time. He is so like bright-eyed though. His eyes are so young compared to the rest of his body. His eyes are stunning. I hope this helps. I mean, he did eat that egg today, but you know, I think it's pretty good at this level. What do you think?
Yeah.
Happen is he's probably gonna like lift his tail and poop. And we'll have to fill it all over again. Now let's see, that water is actually a little on the cool side. I'm sure warm water would have been nicer, and we can do that tomorrow. We'll let them soak and have a drink. And tomorrow we can try it when the water warms up a bit. Because that lukewarm water is going to be even better than that. Like, I'm not going to say it's like cold. I could actually get in there and take a bath in it, but it's not warm water. Alright, so you want me to grab the lid and set it on? He's big. He's not a short monitor. He's quite a bit long, isn't he?
Now that he's wet, those colors really pop. Even more so. Here you go, buddy.
Kind of jealous. He's getting a nice bath in the middle of the day. Okay, while we have Bubba in the water, we decided to go ahead and see if we can't find eggs in Sapphire's enclosure. Now, as usual, I take 5 or 6 buckets out of, and just behind Kagan, there's only 2 buckets there full. And she moved quite a bit of dirt out of her box. I just about have a 3rd bucket full. And I found a loosely displaced slug. And that shovel actually cut the top off of that slug. So I started softly hand digging because I really expected the eggs to be closer to the heat mat. And it's wild how much warmth radiates out of that soil. But right here on the bottom, I found black-throat monitor eggs. And I'd say that is a good egg right there. That is a slug. I'll set it in there just the same. And that feels like a good egg. Nice and plump. So there's a mix of both. Now, black-throat monitors usually have quite large clutches. I see this egg feels like a good one. Big and plump. It's actually a little difficult to do while holding the camera. I mean, I guess that's somewhat typical to see some slugs in between the good eggs. Oof, look at that. That is a beautiful egg. And I see a couple more that look like slugs, like half deflated eggs. Slug. Come on, it would be nice to get a couple more good ones. Well, there's the... We don't know how far it goes on, and it's about to rain. These are on the very bottom of the lay box. Look at that. Oof, that chunker. That is the top right there. Now, this female has produced with Sapphire before, or Onyx before. Oh, that's a little egg. Oh, and they keep going. All right, so I'm gonna keep digging carefully. I'm gonna set the camera down. We'll be right back. Think she's gonna sleep good tonight?
I imagine so.
She's been digging every day for, like, I'm exhausted from digging for, what, 30 minutes? She's been digging every day for, I'd say, a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
She's just been digging and digging and not even eating. I'm gonna need to eat extra just because I dug a little
Let me
bit.
see your hands.
That's what they always look like, right? All right, we're gonna get these eggs inside the house and figure out how many good ones we have. I gave them the lightest of rinse off. Looks like we've got 5 plump full eggs and another 13 slugs, including the one that I cut the tip off when I didn't think I was anywhere near a nest. Thank God that was one of the slugs, as well as the one that I found on the floor. And that doesn't mean that maybe she had some other ones dispersed somewhere in the lay box. I went through it all. I didn't find any other eggs, but that doesn't mean that in a scoop of dirt there wasn't another slug somewhere. 18 eggs with that many being slugs, I don't think that's a very good percentage for a blackthroat or for a fertilized clutch, but we can still cross our fingers and hope for the best. So I'm gonna get these guys in the incubator and see what happens. Okay, in the incubator room now, put some saran wrap over there, seal it up a little better over the eggs, and coincidentally, and I haven't handled them yet, so this is actually pretty exciting. We hatched them out. They started yesterday and some more hatched out today. We have more albino water monitors, those other 5 eggs. 1 did not make it. We have 3 out right now. These guys are going to be, I did pick them up for about 5 seconds earlier today, but this is their first real handling. That one is a stunner. So pretty. Now they're gonna spend about a week in this box to absorb their yolk. That's why he's such a pudgy little baby. Look at the spots, the ocelli on its back are just Even with that shadow from the camera, it is beautiful. Perfect little babies. Another one's, I just woke it up from its nap. They just love burying in that sphagnum moss and sleeping. Perfect 85 degrees in that incubator. There's 3 happy babies. The other one is already pipped. We're just waiting for it to fully come out of its shell. All right. What do you think, Bubba? Time to go back to your condo? No movements in the water, but hopefully he drank quite a bit. And tomorrow we're gonna wait until this gets a little warmer for him, so his bath is a bit more enjoyable. But yeah, he really did color up being in the water like that. Such a sweet lizard. This is one I wish could live forever. Good old Bubba. You think Sapphire's out trolling yet, or you think she's
I think she's probably
sleeping?
back in her lay box.
I can't hear her or see her.
There you go, buddy.
If I was her, I'd sleep for a week.
She's probably got to go check out all the new smells that are in her lay box. All right, Bubba. We'll rinse and repeat tomorrow.
All right, we're gonna get Kagan off of her feet. The Benadryl is definitely taking its toll. Make sure all the locks are on these enclosures. And remember, Onyx is in there with Diamond now, so we're waiting to see if anything good happens there. I can't tell if she's producing eggs, cycling, or what. So it's the next afternoon, and the water, oh, that feels really, really good. So we're gonna grab him again, give him a soak. Would like to see another movement on the floor or in the tub to really show that this is working.
Hey, Bubba. I'll bring you out again, buddy.
He's like, not another cold bath.
Don't worry, it feels good today.
Oh, you look good, Bubba. It's gonna be much more enjoyable today. Don't know why I closed that. I'll leave that open for putting them back. So alert.
Look at him just looking around.
Well, we didn't bring the lid with us, so one of us is gonna have to stay here while the other one runs and grabs the lid. It feels really nice, the water.
Oh, yeah, it does.
That's what it needs to be,
Yeah,
right?
that's exactly what it needs to be. He's like, don't worry about the lid, you guys.
I'm not going anywhere. the face he's making, it's too much. I'll go grab it just the same.
That's awesome. You're really enjoying that, huh, Bubbas? Oh, yeah. It's funny, because he has actually repositioned himself now to where his head is in the shade, and he can relax without having sun in his eyes and having his tail back there in the water. Here's Jerry with the screen lid.
So we're about a week later. We've been, Bubba had what, maybe 4 soaks. Some of them were cut short because of rain. We did get him to eat some fish when we were feeding fish the other day, and he's eating some eggs. I still wouldn't say that he's back on to eating the way he was eating. Come here, Bubba. Come on.
Well, at least he's showing interest.
Let's go.
He's turning around, excited about the food.
Come on, old man. A little head shake.
Make sure it's dead, Bubba.
Why don't you come out and let us see you, Bubba? I thought he was going to. So he did pass a little stool in one of the baths, but nothing significant. I don't think he's backed up because he's not swollen. I think it could be just the heat.
Yeah.
If you think about it, the rest of the younger animals, we've backed down to once a week right now. So most of the rest of our monitors are only eating once a week. So if he's eating half as much as he used to, which is about what he's doing, that could have something to do with the summer heat. And now we're getting into that rainy weather, which could be throwing everything off just slightly. We're still gonna monitor and we're gonna keep an eye on the situation.
I can't help but smile.
We do love Bubba. You could see he actually rubbed his nose a little bit on one of those baths. His nose was perfect, and he actually didn't like being in the water for that long, and he started to rub his nose on the screen top. Maybe we should have gave him something smaller as a better example of him gulping down some food. Instead of a drumstick.
I'll have to try and lure him out a little bit more with the next piece.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad that he turned around so quickly and was so interested, though.
Because that he wasn't before.
At all. No. There he goes. He's got that first piece down.
Got it down, but it may take him a minute to... Come on, Bubba. Bubba. Come on. This is not like you. Come on, Bubba.
There he is.
There's the Bubba. I mean, he is a little skinnier. There is a decrease in weight right there.
Yeah, because he's been refusing the eggs that I brought him. There was a while where he was eating multiple eggs every day.
Something else bothering you? I think the next step, I don't think it's worms, but we do have dewormer already set up for him. So maybe we'll hit him with a rodent in 2 days with dewormer again and go from there. But that's all we can do. We'll stay on top of it and we'll keep you guys informed on what happens with Bubba. All right, guys, until next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. See you soon.